Guys, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Let me take a look this time quickly before we go on. See if I have some sound this time. We do have some sound this time. We do have sound. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I see there's already 15 of you in the chat. That's incredible. We have a very good lineup tonight, and we have a few last minute guests. So, surprise for everyone. Welcome, hi. Thank you so much for tuning to the Pot Pie Pass debate. Pot Pies Pal Debates. There we go. We're going to say it properly this time. This is a show I came in because I want to see some arguing going on about the game. So who am I? My name is Asparagus Daiquiri. I am a French-Canadian streamer, and I'm the baby streamer here. All these guys are one more experienced than I am. We will be talking about Project Winter and showing us our lovely food that we have. What I have here is a coffee. Let me join the party. The reason we're playing some Project Winter and the reason we love it is that because this game, there's no good way, there's no definitive way you can play this game. There's so many different ways you can play it, which are all good and which makes it a perfect topic for debate. So that's pretty much with my introduction. If you guys like what you see today, please feel free to subscribe to all these wonderful streamers. They will all have 1 minute to tell us who they are. So, like last week, I will give each of them the possibility right there to explain to us who they are, what's their experience with the game, and where people can find them. So, Olu, if you want to start, you're the one right next to me.
Okay. If you were here last week, you've already heard my spiel. I am Halu, also known as Hollushi, on every platform. I've been playing Project Winter for almost a year now. I think I started in February of this year. And it's been mostly good experiences for the most part. Horse?
Hello, I'm the guy who eats
Hello.
Chex Mix. I'm Horsethief 3 on Twitch. Horsethief on multiple platforms. I am a guy who played a lot of Project Winter starting back in February, streamed a bunch of Project Winter. Has not streamed nearly as much Project Winter these days, but if you're into auto battlers and things like that, I play Storybook Brawl a lot right now, but I have a lot of Project Winter experience. That's me.
We can go to Mr. Khrai over here with the magnificent beard.
Hi, my name's Khrai. I used to be a Project Winter streamer, and now I'm a Project Winter player. That's pretty much it about me. I've been playing the game for almost a year now, a little bit more than a year, I would say, since the start of December. Pretty experienced, pretty friendly. That's pretty much it about me.
Preston.
I'm Prestonman, and I've been playing Project Winter since 2019, in August, so nearly 2.5 years. I haven't really streamed the game, and nor have I really streamed, but I have a YouTube channel called Prestonman, where I have some videos on Project Winter, but not a lot. So.
Awesome. Real deal.
Hello. I am RealDealTealSeal, and I am a new Project Winter affiliate.
Congrats.
Yeah. So I mostly stream Project Winter, but I'm a little bit of a variety streamer. You can find me on Twitch, and you can find me on Twitter as well with the same name, RealDealTealSeal. And yeah, I'm just here for a good time, you know.
Or for the fights.
Or yeah, fighting. Yeah, that's what we're here for. Is fighting.
And last but not least, we have in the bottom here, Rayyat.
Yeah, hello, I am Rayyat, but you guys know me in the game as Fegline or Not ID. Yeah, I'm never ID, you don't mind that. I started playing Project Winter in March, and I love the game. It's so good, and it became one of my main games in streaming. And now I'm a Project Winter affiliate, and you can find me on twitch.tv/Rayyat. That's it from me.
That's it for you. Okay, that's about everyone who's here tonight. And obviously, well, you know where to find me. You're on my Twitch right now. Apparently, Pizza is sending me some message that I do not see, so I will just take that right here. I will do my spiel, Pizza, and I will look at your messages. Unless you're telling me that I have no sound again, like last week. So, Tonight's topic. We have a very good topic tonight for the debate. Most of you who play the game, you know that there's a DLC mode to this game that's called Blackout, and Blackout is very, very different from the regular game. There's a lot of change that comes with this mode, and we will be tonight talking about if Blackout is worth your time. For anyone who's not playing the game right here, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. In Project Winter, you have a team of 8 players that are tasked to escape a dangerous winter wonderland. 2 of these 8 players are traitors, dirty traitors, that are tasked to make the group fail by any means necessary. In Blackout, there's a twist. There's a big twist. The game's a bit different. There's only one traitor, but the traitor has some kind of magic powers. Traitor can either convert other players to join their crew by many means. So Blackout is very, very different. Some people love it, some people hate it, and we're gonna be here tonight to see if Blackout is anywhere worth your time. Just a quick rundown of the rules here. Of course, we're gonna try to. We're not gonna try, but we are gonna keep this TOS friendly. So no slurs, no personal attack. I am armed with a banhammer and a mute button, and if needed, I will not be scared to use it. Fortunately, last week I was in no way in need to use it. Also, Pizza in the chat will be doing the same thing. She will be monitoring this chat, so just to keep you guys in check. Of course, again, last week there was no need, so I appreciate that. Everyone behave properly. This is still a debate show, so interrupting is allowed. So if someone says something you disagree with, feel free to jump. Cutting people off is allowed. Of course, I would like you to attack the arguments and not the person. That's pretty much it. There's new emotes in the chat, guys, that I created last week. So if you guys want to check, and if you're subscribed and you want to use the emotes, there's a right emote, there's a wrong emote. So if someone says something you totally agree with, you can spam this right emote. If you totally disagree with what they say, feel free to use that wrong emote and to let them know that they are totally in the wrong and that they need to change their ways. One last thing, guys, feel free in the chat to ask all your questions. There will be a period at the end of the debate where we will address chat questions. Make sure you tag me or Pizza with all your questions. So at Asparagus Daiquiri or at that Pizza Pie. Pizza will take notes of all these questions and she will send them to me. And I will choose some of these questions to ask the host. Make sure you tag us, otherwise there's a slight chance I will not see the question. That's pretty much it. So what we're going to do now, we're going to give 1 minute to each guest to explain to us what side of the argument they are, if they think Blackout is worth their time or not at all. If it's a yes, if I read your message, I will read your message in a second, Pizza Pie. So let's go into reverse this time. Rayyat, can you tell us if Blackout is worth your time and why? In 1 minute, uninterrupted.
I used to play a lot of Blackout before when I started the game. It was a lot of different than right now. There was no traitor credit system. There was wolf bunkers, and I used wolf bunkers a lot to solo objective. But then after the update where traitor credit system were introduced, I stopped playing Blackout because I felt like it was not worth it. And right now I play normal mode a lot, so I don't think it is worth it for me.
Okay, awesome. Real deal, if you want to go with your thesis uninterrupted.
Okay. So for me, it's also not really worth it. Basically, I run into, like, I play a lot with randoms, okay? So I run into people going in there and just trying to convert all their friends. So that's not really the point of it, right? You have to fight back, and people don't do that.
Awesome. Preston, what's your side of the argument over here?
Crap. I'm sorry.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Tell him, Preston. Tell him, Preston.
I told you I'm not good at this.
That's all right. That's all right.
Just skip me for now. I apologize.
No issues.
I still need to think about it.
Let's think about this. Khrai, is Blackout worth your time, and why?
I think I'll be the first to say yes. The reason why is because in Project Winter you have to actually not only find who are the bad guys, but you also have to prove they are the bad guys, and you have to judge them or fight them, defeat them, because no matter what you do, you have to actually kill them to get rid of them and actually be able to escape. And big part of like deception games in general is to actually find it. And I feel like Blackout brings a new way that the normal game does not bring to actually convert people around, because actually converting the people and actually have to fight them makes everything more deception, like a deception level way higher.
Awesome, nice thesis. It's pretty clear, and I think there's a lot I have people might have to say on the other side about what you just said. Horsethief, what do you think? Is Blackout worth your time, and why?
Let's everybody, let's just come together real quick, and it's a very easy question. It's a very easy answer. Blackout's fun. It's a good time. Like, granted, yeah, you got the whole entire convert me, and that makes that experience is absolutely miserable. But I started playing. I played a lot with a guy named Tweedius, dude named Escaho, dude named Yabamos, a couple of people like that, and I thought that our pal Tweedius was absolutely a Blackout main. That was all I ever played with the guy, and I'd catch him in normal mode and be like, "What? You play normal?" But I absolutely loved it. The two let's sum it up in two main points here, because there are really only two things you got to think about. In normal mode, it's always the same. You got a few different maps, sure, but always 2 traitors, typically 5 to 6 survivors, an ID thief, something like that. Blackout, though, Blackout's a different thing. It's a whole different. You don't have to kill people if you're traitor to win. You can actually get Whisper and just convert people, and then you can win. You don't actually have to fight. You can just silently walk around converting. It's interesting. It's fun, and there is no greater role in all of Project Winter. No greater role than the Yeti role. And if you've never played Blackout and you've never gotten Yeti, you haven't played the best role in the entire game. And for that sole reason, it's got to be at least worth some of your time.
Awesome. Olu, what is your take on this topic?
All right, so I was born into Blackout. I was way too afraid to play any normal. I was Blackout only. If you played normal, you're a freaking loser. But once like I found some friends and I started playing with the same lobbies over and over, I found that like I'm gonna kind of out myself here. Like, this is absolutely not allowed in the game, but like I would have a code word whenever someone was traitor or demon or whisperer, and like we would freaking cheat. Like it kind of ruined the fun. Like, sure, woohoo, let's hang out with our friends and kill the entire lobby, easy game. But like my playstyle now, like converting into more normal games, like that doesn't seem like any fun to me. It is the exact same game over and over again. It's just which one of my friends is going to convert me this time, you know? So I say no Blackout. No Blackout.
Change your mind. Awesome. Preston, do you have anything to say about the Blackout?
Okay, I apologize for not saying it earlier. Yes, I think Blackout is worth it. The variety in roles and the variety of the way you can play, if you ignore code words and all that, if you play like normal, there's a lot of fun to be had, and there's a lot of different ways to go about winning, and I think it is worth it.
Okay, guys, that's pretty nice. We seem to have two very established sides here. A few people absolutely love Blackout, and a few of them don't like it so much. I've heard a few things. I heard a few things about people going straight for the convert, people kind of cheating, or other people just wanting to be converted. So, guys, this is where I leave you the floor. If anyone said something that you completely disagree with, that would be the time to go out with it. So, anyone wants to go first about what you heard so far?
Don't be shy.
You don't be shy.
Well, I'll go with my question then. My own experience with Blackout, it seems to be like a waste of time. So if you're on the survivor team, you know you will be converted soon. So what's the point in working to fix an objective that you know you will have to work against in 5 minutes, and your goal will be to undo all what you did.
Oh, come on, Asparagus, come on. What do you
It's
mean?
a fair point.
You load into the game and you expect to become bad? I mean, what kind of giving up deterministic nonsense is this? There's no guarantee that the traitors are going to be successful. The demon's probably going to come fight you in some sloppy fashion, or if you're a demon, maybe you'll find some way. But they got the same counterplay that exists in normal mode exists in Blackout as well. You get a chance to go in there in a completely different universe with a completely different rule set, with a completely different kind of traitor. You don't know if it's a whisper, you don't know if it's a demon. You could be Yeti, you could just be chopping down trees going, I don't even care what happens this game. But that's such a simplification of such a diverse and interesting game mode.
May I add something afterwards?
Yeah,
Of course.
please.
Nah.
Basically, I think the problem with that question is the fact that it is guaranteed that you'll have a traitor role that's going to be converting someone. So because of that, people come to the mindset that I'm going to get converted, or somebody that's going to get converted that I trusted is now not trustworthy and going to kill me. So if you remove the guaranteed of the fact that you have a role that converts you, then you don't know if your game is going to start as like, oh, there's 2 traitors and there's only those 2 traitors, or there's going to be only one and he's going to try to convert everyone. So because of the fact that you have a guaranteed person that actually converts you, some people tend to feel like, oh, I'm going to get converted. Sucks, or like, oh, it's going to be cool because I'm going to be like on the side that I can actually kill people. So it's kind of a thin line between like what's actually acceptable, what mindset you should have into the start of the game about the traitor role that's implemented into that mode, and the fact that how you should play the actual game, whether it's normal or Blackout.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people asking to be converted, and if that happens to me when I'm training, I will kill them. I mean, asking to be converted, that is not the way. You have to be a survivor before getting converted.
So for me, like when I load in there and like I'm a survivor, people go off to a bunker or whatever, and they're like, oh, convert me, and they get converted, they come back, and then somehow I'm the only survivor working on that objective and get surrounded and murdered. Happens every single time, and it's just repetitive to me because like there's really no other solution unless there is like a sloppy demon in the beginning that gets killed. And how often does that happen? Not very often, because people are like, oh, quick, pick him up, and then like, quick, convert me, So I don't know. It just it's always like that, especially with the random people. And Yeti is a cool role. It's a cool premise, but just the way a lot of like the community plays it, it's just not executed properly.
It sounds more like the issue is who you're playing with, unfortunately, which obviously that's an issue with Project Winter in general, sometimes.
Yeah, most lobbies I play have this issue, unfortunately.
Yes, I understand that, but
see, I totally agree with Preston on this one. It sounds, Teal, like this is a you problem, and it would behoove you to go make some friends.
That's
it's
not
our fault that you have have a bad time.
I have no friends, Horse. You don't need to draw attention to it.
Teal, this.
Dare you?
I'm just saying.
I've also found that like when I used to play it, and I played a lot of it. So like I figured out how to win easy. Like if I'm a demon, you just go grab those 2 wolves by the hatches, go get them to down someone, easy first conversion.
Yep.
And then like I found so many like easy ways to down someone. I would just go get traps, put it by freaking one of the hatches, wait for everyone to come in, and then just kill everyone by the hatch. Like
I've seen that.
And especially with this new update, I have not played, so like I'm just kind of throwing this out there, since the new update where the hatches take time.
You have to wait for first to be done to use them, unless you are a scout or a traitor.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you cannot just zoop across the map to find second objective immediately, or
it slows it down, which helps, especially if you're a whisperer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
but
do
still
they
the
still
fact
have
that demon is OP exists.
yeah? Do they still have the timer where it's like a time before
15
someone else can
seconds?
have 15
Yes.
seconds?
Yes,
That
it's
that makes
15
it even
seconds.
easier to kill someone because you can down someone, place a trap, down someone. So like it's just a very easy game, and I would
That's
rather
interesting
I would
thing that
rather
you, as someone who
um
has not played it since the hatch change, is throwing out there.
it sucks,
It
man.
actually changes everything. It
Strategizing.
actually changes everything. You think you
Crazy.
can just easily place your trap? Go practice it. Go do it.
I
Go
don't
do it.
know.
You're
Let's try
talking
it
about
again.
it in
Quit this,
hypotheticals.
quit this. Hang on,
Go
let's
out
go.
there and do it. It's
If it
different now.
was,
People
it
run
was
off
as-
together as a group, typically to Necro, and they go and they open a bunker or two and they bring back parts and they get first done. So
And
you're
that
not just
bear
sitting
can
there
kill
twiddling your
anyone.
thumbs.
That bear in Necro, easy conversion right there.
Oh
Just on
yeah,
hope.
yeah. Easy conversion with a bear and necro with like 4 people around you. You're gonna be such an obvious demon, Hollow. You're talking hypotheticals.
No, I am
You're
not.
talking
I'm not.
hypotheticals. This is not a current issue. Actually, the hatch change though has been pretty chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
the thing.
I
the
bet it
thing
is
about-
if you're a whisperer.
The thing about trapping the hatch is, I feel like I would have seen more people do it if it was effective, and I have not
It
seen
is so
anyone
effective.
really be doing
Bro,
it.
fucking do it. Go in the game right now and do it. It is literally the easiest game I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
I've had somebody put
Mhm.
traps all throughout Necro and kill the whole lobby right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, planes crash too, but most of them land. So I don't know. So far, we're
As a
talking
foe.
about hypotheticals and a teal problem as the problems with Blackout. I'm not buying it yet. You haven't sold me.
I had somebody get mad at me for being demon and downing them and converting them and not asking them first and taking them over to one of those alien artifacts to like use the conversion thing to convert them. I've had someone chew me out for that.
It definitely sounds like a
please
you
convert me.
problem.
Like it is not fun for me at all.
I imagine it's not, but that's not the game. That's not the game's fault. That's the person you're playing with's fault. You know, it's like
Yeah,
if
exactly.
they're gonna
So
be a
how-
jerk, that's that person, not you. That's not the game mechanics.
If literally every single person who plays Blackout plays the exact same way, how is it the people that she's playing with? Like how is that her
There are-
fault?
There are a lot of people that also play the same way in normal Project Winter that are absolutely awful. You know,
How so?
there's Huh?
I mean, there is the odd teamer in normal, but it's not like as concentrated in my experience.
I don't imagine.
I rarely see teamers. Like once in a blue moon, I will see a teamer nowadays, but like maybe it's because I don't do random lobbies anymore. Just
I
for that
do mostly
reason.
randoms. Mostly randoms
Okay.
here.
And do you see them a lot in normal?
I see them a
Not
lot.
as often.
Do
Yeah,
we
like,
see
it
them
used to be a
more
big
in
problem.
Blackout? Do you see
Yes.
more
Yeah.
teamers
I
in
see it
Blackout?
way more in Blackout.
Like
I
one
don't
of them,
even
if one of
bother
them
with
is
Blackout
traitor, the
anymore.
other one gets converted 100%
Mm-hmm.
because they're teaming. I noticed them a lot in random lobbies.
Yeah, switching teams, kind of like the conversions help a lot to actually switch teams compared to normal game where the only way you could actually do it is through reviving through the lab, and it's very tedious to actually do so. But like in Blackout, it's just like, oh, convert me, there you go, you switch teams. So you kind of beat the randomness of the roles, and that's kind of breaking the fact that some people actually want to play as a team, which breaks the game. It is a double-edged sword, I would say, but it's more like pocket knife of one side and a huge blade on the other side. I think like the upside of like converting is way better for the game in a social deception matter than the actual like teaming up and stuff like that.
So, Khrai, are you saying that the conversion aspect is what makes it fun, or is what makes it bad?
It's what makes it great, because we have to remind ourselves that Project Winter is a special social deception game where there's PvP stored in it. So you in other like popular social deception games, you don't have it. It's more like, oh, who do you trust? Oh, I'll point this finger. I'll vote for this one. I'll vote for this one. And there's no actual PvP or talent or skill to actually be applied. So some people actually play Project Winter for not the social deception aspect, and that's what can create sometimes the teams as aspect of like, oh, I don't want to be blue, you got red, convert me, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. So
But that's
go
last
ahead.
week's debate, yeah. PvP versus
That's
PvP versus deception. So yeah, we established that some people prefer the game just for doing the PvP aspect, while others prefer the game for the deception aspect. Olu seems very happy about this one. So coming back to Blackout, so is the randomness of the conversion apparently, according to Ors, it doesn't seem to be a problem. Is it something that bugs anybody else? The fact
Like-
that go ahead.
Like, I think, honestly, like, overall Blackout, I think, is, like, a solid mode. It's just the way people play it that makes it bad. Because, like, the Padre is really cool. The Yeti is awesome, you know? And then, who is it? The medium? That's cool, too. Seeing dead people? But just the way people play it is what makes it not fun. It makes it not an enjoyable experience.
I absolutely love everything about the game except for
The one
that-
more point about medium, it's broken. If you use it well, it's
Oh.
broken. Like, oh, who killed me?
Yep.
Spin around it. Oh, it's so easy to find who's traitor.
Oh, now they can drop
Mhm.
parts to tell you, too. Drop things. Pick up
Yeah.
this herb if this person killed you.
I usually saw a spin around, spin around, spin around.
Yep, read the list.
But can a trader ghost tell you bad information?
Oh, yeah, they could. They could, totally. That's
You know,
that's
if you know who is a
And-
traitor, you can see what they look like.
Can you
Yeah,
ever really
that's true.
trust a ghost, though? I've said it
No.
before and I'll
When
say
you
it
see
again.
when you see them.
If they were a ghost, that means they weren't that reliable. Otherwise,
But
it wouldn't be a
Horse, shut
ghost
up,
in the
you
first
those.
place.
They're not freaking
I agree
alive.
with
Shut
this.
up.
I totally agree with this.
I strongly disagree because I feel no. One time, X and Horse, I think it was Horse. He was alive and I was dead, and they were like asking us questions, and me and someone
No,
else.
that's not me. That's an exploit.
Not you. It might have been.
Trust ghost for some reason who understands the man because they wouldn't be dead if they were reliable. They wouldn't be dead.
Yeah,
I am so reliable.
no, I
that
disagree.
hurts my heart.
I had a game where I was chilling. I was safe in a spot where I wasn't gonna die. I didn't know what was happening, and I'm like, okay, a ghost? Can you tell me if I should go back to cabin? Something might be happening there because at the time I was away trying to get parts for the objective, and I'm like, heat me if I need to go back to cabin. I get heated. I go and a load of demons are like waiting at me at cabin, and I get murked. It's like they're not that reliable. Like they can be, but they
happening
also
at
can
cabin.
be. They could falsely tell you information and get you killed. Like or get someone else
It
killed.
depends on the
Ask them that
player, right?
question.
Yeah, it depends on the person too. Yes.
Because
role.
there's some players that are like AFK as ghosts, and there's some other players like I would say me, for example, that are very, very active ghosts to try to help out as much as they can. Even some people think they're not reliable. Some people got killed by ghost freeze twice.
But we're talking
Right,
about
Horse
ghosts. Is it particularly a blackout problem or an overall problem?
That would be an overall problem.
Ghosts
So
are
we're
overall.
kind of
Right.
we're diverging from the main subject.
Yeah.
I have yet to understand why it's not worth the time. There's a couple of
Why
squiggles
is
here
it
and
worth
there.
your time? I barely ever see
Why-
you blackout. So how is it worth your time?
Why is it worth your time? Because it's fun.
When you
it's
no,
interesting.
Forrest, when you streamed it, you were hardly ever in Blackout. You're always in
Never.
normal mode. I never saw you play Blackout once on stream. So tell me how it's worth your time, honestly.
Because it's fun. It's interesting. It's
I have a-
different. It's
I
a
have a
nice way to
point
make
for
things
Black-
up.
I
It's
have
got
a point
cool
for
roles.
not
It's
seeing
got cool
a lot of
trader roles.
Blackout.
It's got cool survivor roles. It's got cool different stuff. Like it's just
Mhm.
it's an
The
interesting
same
game
question
mode.
still, why are you always playing normal then? When you were
Because-
streaming?
It doesn't mean that Blackout's not worth my time because I happen to enjoy playing normal a bit more, but I still have absolute fond memories and met some of the favoriteest people I've ever played within the game, but primarily through Blackout. I would sit back and go back. It was absolutely worth my time to go into Blackout.
I have something to say.
All right.
The problem with Blackout is the fact that it's not polished compared to the normal game. You only have one
yeah.
map. You only have one first objective, and also the fact that there's many hatches. The game either goes super fast or super slow. There's no in between, and most of the time it goes super fast because it's like, oh well, I have access to a whole map, whichever role I have. So therefore, you have to go into a speed mode to actually achieve everything. So it's kind of a big deal that the first objective is always the same, and the map's always the same. Therefore, you learn the pattern and you just go with it, and you go in faster and faster and faster, and it makes people like kind of like frustrated about the fact that they have to act quick or else they're going to lose. While in the actual normal game, you'll never know which map you have. You'll never know which objective you'll have. You'll never know where the objective is. While in Blackout, it's like it's very like linear of like those objectives. And that's probably why people don't like it, because they're like, do I want to be locked into that very specific map, or do I want a little bit of randomness from the normal game that gives me a little bit of like liberty of actually enjoying or not the role and the play that you can actually do.
Does the randomness you're talking about comes with the conversion? So instead of having a multiplicity of objectives, you have the conversion, which brings a totally different twist to the game and totally different randomness.
It does, but the conversion will never convert my first objective of parts being like a cipher, for example.
Impaludo's got a good point in chat, though. Disabling hatching prior to completing first made things a little bit more interesting.
Yes, it does. It's probably the biggest the biggest aid kit on the problem of Blackout.
Yeah, I think Blackout just needs a little bit more love from the devs.
Well, apparently some of them are right here tonight, so they hurt you, Real Deal.
Give it
We
all
have,
love.
Yeah, you can you can say the Red 5. I saw Red 5 earlier today.
How would they fix this though? Because I see that like people that are against Blackout, like it's mainly the people that are the issue. So like how would they even fix this? Or is it just like you're just kind of shit
Well,
out of luck
although
right now?
how would you fix it?
Fucking I don't know. I'm not a dev.
Alu looking for people to get coded. Can we get a software update to the players?
No, but like I think this is like kind of unfixable, you know? Like it's like if you truly want a good Blackout game, you're going to have to find like a group of people that are all like okay with you and agree like, guys, can we make this like an actual good game and maybe not?
I would disagree. I think the fix for Blackout would be to actually remove Blackout and put it into the normal game as a random map, because I don't think that I think there's a lot of cluster that can be removed from Blackout that's not very necessary, and the uniqueness of the mode could just be added to the single map and have it into the randomness. So therefore, like, people will know that, oh, they're playing the Blackout map, like they're playing Darkwood, like they're playing Gondola and stuff like that. It's like it's not everyone's cup of tea, but having it into the randomness of it, it's like it's gonna make people appreciate it a little bit more, because they know that there's a rarity to it, except of like just straight up picking it.
Ors number 2. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I completely agree with Khrai there, and like Zeke saying like Blackout normal maps with reskin makes Blackout better, and I agree. Like, can you imagine Deep Dark Woods with Blackout? I think that would be really cool.
But
So
what
Ors
about
number
that
2 here in chat
$7?
wants to know about the anti-Blackout side. If you guys would be willing to... Horse number 2 in chats would like to know if the anti-Blackout side will be more willing to play Blackout if you had a good lobby going on already, or
Yes.
not.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If I can trust that nobody's gonna like throw it, then that would make it worth my time.
I mean, yes.
If I can trust that I'm not going to get Hunter, then yeah, I'll play.
Yeah, and about Hunter and Demon. I had a lot of games where I get Hunter, and I try to fix objective. Meanwhile, everyone gets converted so quick, and I can't do anything.
You're just over there in the back breaking your rocks.
Yes. Not really breaking rocks, trying to do objective.
Oh yeah,
like
that too.
Me and one person or a group of 3 people, except everyone else, are converted. That's usually what happens when I'm Hunter. Or I get killed so early because Demon can't convert me.
That sounds like a you problem.
Oh, we're coming with that again.
I do like Hunter. I think Hunter adds like a good
Really,
balance,
Khrai?
because then
Really?
at least
Is
one
that
person
the
can
way it
trust.
is?
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's a debate. You don't have to be sorry. Own it.
I'm Canadian and I have to be
Oh,
sorry.
don't show the
you're
Canadian
sorry.
now, Khrai. Put it in your
Maple
pocket.
syrup strong. I got the hat.
I have a secret to share with you guys. I've been thinking about revealing this on stream or not, and I say, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. I have one specific way I play Blackout that so far never failed me, and I would like you to explain to me why it didn't fail me, because I cannot understand it. I cannot understand it. When I'm demon, I play super honestly. So at the beginning of the game, I will just say, hello guys, I'm the demon. And I will just go to someone and I will hack them down on the floor and I say, hey, I'm converting you guys. I'm converting this guy. I'm converting Novali. It's usually Novali because Novali's always in these games. And I'm saying, hey, I'm converting him. And everyone just laughs and I pick him up and I said, hey, our Legion grows stronger. And I say, Novali, who do we pick up next? And it works. Nobody stops me. Never. I
They're
don't
probably
know.
not controlling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
why?
that sounds like you're memeing.
That's
So-
yeah.
Really?
Sounds like a psychological sort
That
of.
sounds like a report.
Yeah, like
Well, no,
saying,
I'm actually
addicted to the
demon.
game.
I don't know how this
Yeah.
would always work for you because I would kill you. If somebody is doing that, I would just kill them. That would be.
Yeah.
Well, that's
In
why
the
you
last
need to be-
mount,
We will kill
I've never
Asparagus
lost a
when
game
it's-
doing that.
Whenever
think
we
it's-
see Asparagus doing this, we will kill him. Okay, thank
Well,
you.
now everyone knows. Now the cat's out of the bag, so now I have to
Right.
stop.
You can't do that, but
I don't
think
know
it's
if I've ever
mainly
played
also
Blackout with
because,
you, but I would
no.
insist on attacking that person. I would insist on going after that person full send. If that's it would. It feels like a play stupid games, win stupid prizes thing to me. Like if you're joking around, I'm happy you're dead, and if you're not, you're the demon, and I'm happy you're like I don't know.
I
maybe
agree
we
with
all
that.
need to play Blackout together.
But also, I feel like it's more of the we're going back again with the issue of like people liking to be converted because it actually gives them more control toward their role to what they want to actually be. Because if you cannot go into a normal game and be like, oh, I'm killing you, and then oh, I'm gonna revive you until the lab and everything, and take all the job of like taking 9 meat, 3 fur, opening lab, and then raising you. Like right now it's just like, oh, in Blackout, oh, I'm gonna just whisper around you and you're gonna be converted, or just like I'm downing you, I'm raising you up, and there you go. So it's far less work to achieve that, and I feel like that's why you can actually achieve what you've been doing is because like it's easy to do.
So, Khrai, you're saying I should continue doing that?
If you want to.
Why not?
I mean, as long as not griefing, trolling.
Well,
Like, I
if
mean-
you are yourself actually the demon, is it?
It's a
griefing?
it's a
Is it trolling?
deception it's a deception game. Like you could literally be like the Yeti and like have failed your mission to actually escape, so you can't actually escape, so you have to actually kind of kill everyone. You could actually like, oh, I'm downing you and I'm converting you and you're not converting it. It's deception, so it's kind of fair game, I would say.
Okay, let's talk about the Yeti then. Should the Yeti has any incentive to help the survivors? Because most of the game I see, the Yeti just chooses the fun side, and they say, "Yeah, I'm going to do my objective, and I'm going to help the demons." Why would I have to help the good guys when it's just so more fun to?
I'm pretty sure
play
everyone
deception?
knows what I'm doing as a Yeti. I'm pretty sure you guys know.
What do you do as a Yeti?
Poison.
Yeah.
Poison everyone.
I
You
will
see
probably kill
yellow in
you.
his corner and he just poisoned.
The Yeti just
Listen,
reveals your true
listen.
nature. As Yeti, I just want to be the Yeti last
Every
alive.
single hatch is poisoned. Every moose corpse is poisoned.
I think it'd be fun just to be a Yeti and be like, this is my mountain, everybody get off and kill everybody. But I don't think that would be a really fun game for everybody else.
Oh, I just like doing zero work, letting whatever happens happen, and then just get to survive and win in the end. I take no sides, true neutral. I just like chilling.
Yes.
Yeti reveals your truest nature. I don't want to do anything.
I mean, as a yellow role, I will not help survivors because I'm neutral. I'm not blue or red. I will not help survivors.
But will you
That
help
doesn't mean you
traitors?
help traitors.
I mean, I'm not gonna kill survivors, so
But you're not going to
But
pick
you're
up
gonna
the
poison
survivor.
everything. So you're gonna
I'm
hurt
just-
everyone equally in a way.
I'm
kind
just
of,
doing my
maybe.
thing, okay? I poison traitors as well,
Fair.
so
It's the kind of role that you can actually do anything about it because it's so neutral that it's hard to actually like balance. Because I can give you one example. I had a Blackout game with a bunch of people. The one that I remember the most was X, and we were me as a Yeti, him as a blue, and another random as a blue. Everyone else was converted, and I I basically did nothing about it because I didn't care. But he just asked me, "Could you help me out?" Because it's like it's 1 versus 5, literally, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, for the challenge, I'll do it." It's like you cannot like tell a Yeti what to do unless it wants to, and there's nothing you can do game wise, coding wise to actually balance that without like perturbing this or disturbing this. I mean, sorry.
So I have been in my old Blackout games, like when someone figure out that I'm Yeti, they would immediately kill me. And I think this is a issue with ID as well. Do you think killing a Yeti because they are Yeti is justified?
No, no.
Nope.
No, no, I've played with people like that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
He starts with an R and then ends with a Y, and I hate him. But yeah, no, he used to do that a lot, and it was not fun for nobody. Even when I was like innocent and I see him like murdering somebody, I'm like, why are you killing him? Oh, he's Yeti. He said it. I was like, dude, come on, like, just
What if he's just trolling though, saying that you're Yeti lying?
Okay, but devil's
No.
advocate here. If the Yeti, like Rayyat here, is actively poisoning everyone, why
That's-
why would you
Yeah.
keep why would you keep
Absolutely
him
justified.
if he's
That would be
hindering your
justifiable
progress?
because you're hurting me at that point.
Yeah.
why are we talking about
But
Yetis?
you gotta figure that out first. You
But
gotta
that's-
figure out who's poisoning people.
That's the thing. Like as a base, you should know that the Yeti's not with you. Whatever he does, whatever, even if he helps you, just know that he's not on your team. Like the color is literally different than the one of a survivor. So it's more like you have a baseline of what you should act with a Yeti as a survivor or as a traitor, and there's your personal line to know what you do with a Yeti. Because, for example, if a Yeti start posting stuff and everything, I don't mind it. Like, yeah, it's frustrating, but I won't kill him. But other people will know right away, oh, you're yellow. It's like that means not blue. That means you're dying. Like the only some people can resonate like that, and the only reason they wouldn't kill a Yeti is because Survivor airdrop something like that, and they need an ally, and the ID didn't take a role yet. So, I feel it's fair game to actually kill a Yeti or a yellow roll whatsoever if you see them, because it's more like of your personal line of what you act with someone that's not on your team.
That also indicates that you know that they're a neutral role. Most of the time, you're not gonna know until it's too late, for the most part.
Yes, that's
So-
true.
Could you, either way, instead of killing the Yeti, could you find a way to try to get them on your side and try to help them
Totally.
Yes.
to try to
Totally.
get them to try to turn against the traitors? Because technically, it's easier for a demon to expose himself by accident to a Yeti, because the demon knows he cannot or she cannot convert the Yeti, right?
And then it's a choice if you want to try and trust them or not.
It's a deception game. That's the whole thing about it. So, a part of that can be, trying to be, if you are Yeti, convincing one team or the other that you're working for them when you're not, or you are, or the other way around. So, it's all part of the deception game.
But I have a question here for Pizza. So anyone who wants to jump in, feel free. This question is not aimed at anyone in particular. How does Hunter affect your decision in the game?
At least I
You
know
mean
they're the
being
person I can
Hunter?
trust.
The fact, I guess the fact that there is a hunter. Does that have any influence on you?
Gotta watch
whatever
your back
side?
at all times.
Not at all.
As a hunter, you gotta watch your back, but it's nice knowing as a survivor you got somebody you can trust.
Yeah.
As a demon, that's who I want to kill. Or as Whisper, that's who I want to kill.
I think the pace of the game, I didn't play since the change for the hash, but the pace of the game didn't make the hunter a relevant role in the game, whether you're the one or you're playing against one.
Rayyat, anything on that topic? I guess not. Okay.
I'm naturally paranoid. I'm naturally distrustful. Because people love to tell you they're hunter.
Why
yeah,
would
I don't
you?
know.
You just point the target on your back.
They
don't
wear
you?
it like a shiny badge.
Yeah, but people, I don't know. Yeah, it's something else that I look for. It's like I don't trust that so and so isn't neutral. I don't trust that the hunter is the hunter. It's just another paranoia point for me.
I do feel like hunter is a secure role. Like if someone were to false claim hunter and they're like demon, unless they know that they killed the hunter, then I would feel like
There's no
like,
hunter in the game.
Not too.
I would feel secure, like trusting that person who claims hunter.
All part about the deception game, you know.
Yeah.
So the trader knows that someone is a hunter at the start of the game, right? Is still the case.
They
Yeah,
see
if they
it.
don't see any hunter, they can just claim hunter.
Yeah, well, is that a problem? When you're a trader, you, as I think it was Teal who said that, that's the first person you need to go and kill right away, because that's the person who's a problem for you. Should the demon or the whisperer not know that there is a hunter and just be surprised when they try to comfort them and it doesn't work?
I disagree, actually. I think the hunter's the one you shouldn't like focus on, because let's say you're a demon and you have to focus on your first conversion. If you're gonna try to stay away as much as possible from the hunter because you're wasting time to actually convert other people. Same for the whisperer. It's like you're trying to convert people to your side and the hunter literally blocks you from that. So, and a hunter it's not like a defector, you know? It's like it cannot just open crates and start beefing himself up. It's literally just a role that cannot be converted. It's like the perfect blue character. So that being its only strong point, it's like it doesn't make it like appealing to actually focus it as a trader.
There's something I really hate about the hunter. Some people are metagaming, like, show me the truth serum animation or I will not trust you. I hate it so much.
What's that? What's that? I don't think I know what that is.
The hunter, when hunter is testing someone, there's the animation of like truth serum. And some people are metagaming that show me that animation to prove you're a hunter.
Oh, that seems like a huge problem.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate every kind of metagaming, like say you roll backwards or that kind of stuff.
Well, wouldn't it be the same problem that Soldier had when Soldier was the only one that could open the armory? Like, prove to me that your Soldier like just hit the middle switch of the armory.
I think that's why they removed Soldier.
I think it's more because everyone was using guns and it was too easy to actually get guns.
Well, armory is still there.
Anyone can open armory.
It's still really
now.
easy to get guns.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's. I'm gonna go into another question we received from the chat here. Okay, I've already asked this one. So Tier Trek asks, if people actually played the role they were giving well, would the speaker be? Would not the speaker actually be against it? So would you actually prefer and like the game more if people were playing their role correctly?
Please. Yes.
Yeah. I think that goes for everyone, right? No.
Yeah.
No, Khrai?
No.
You say no to that question?
Because you have to do some deceptions, like, oh, if you play trader and like there's no defector and you claim defector, that means you're not playing your role properly because you're not saying that you're trader. See what I mean?
Isn't the point of Trader to lie, though?
But
I mean,
isn't
yeah,
the
the
point of
whole
the game
point
to
of
be
Trader is lying.
deceiving?
I mean, that's just generally true of the game in general. If blue players play as blue and red players play as red, and IDs or Yetis play as neutrals, you know, then the game flows a lot better. So yeah, of course.
Yeah, if you see it that way in a general way, then I agree. I think I was too specific in there.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah. I was kind of misunderstanding, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, I have another question here. So I've heard recently that, I think I've heard that often, that most of the change of the game were made to remove any role that could be confirmed. So that's why we don't have a medic anymore, but that's going to be another debate, because apparently people in the group here, some of you guys would want the medic back. Some role like the medic or the soldier could be confirmed in an instant action, which removes, in my view, all the deception aspect of the game. Do you guys think the roles in Blackout still have those problems? Well, if you're a whisperer, I mean, if you're a medium, you technically can confirm yourself to the other guys. Is that an issue?
But the balance, I think, comes with the fact that you could always be turned red.
Oh.
Also, the fact that those roles cannot be kind of confirmed, because if there's no medium, well, you can just call medium and say everything you want about the ghost because nobody
Yeah.
else can actually see it.
True.
Yep.
It's more of a quantity issue than the actual role, because if there were a possibility to have two medium, then there's a way to confirm one to each other. But there's only one, so therefore you either kill the person that was and lie about it, or there's none and you can lie about it. So they're not necessarily a role that can be confirmed. And on the other aspect of that question, I think that's why somehow Scout got its way in, because like now using a hatch doesn't confirm you as a traitor. It either brings you as a scout or a traitor.
I remember doing a play. I was demon. I converted someone, and there was no padre. I said, "I'm padre." I buffed him, and everyone fell to it. Like you can do plays like that.
Yeah.
By checking the role list.
All part of deception.
Yes, exactly. There's a lot of options you have.
I got. Okay, yeah, I'm going to stop going with chat here. Pizza, I think this question was a bit of a joke, and I think we both fell for it. Okay, guys, do you guys in chat have any question about the blackout mode? I think everyone made a point. I have one more question for my guests here, but if you guys have any question about blackout, that will be the time to say it. Otherwise, we are gonna switch to the second topic. So far, if I remember correctly, what I heard is that blackout for some is not fun because, first of all, people don't play the game seriously. People try to get converted, and it seems like it's a much better time when you play with lobby with some of your friends. From the good side, I heard that the fact that people could be on either side, could be converted at any time, adds the little spice that's not in the regular mode, and that's what makes it attracting. Did I represent it correctly?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I think so. I think you summarized that well.
Okay, here, Poolcat wants to know, what if the Yeti and the Demon and Hunter do not play their role and team up, as they know each other? They want to kill everybody in it. Well, no, that's Poolcat. That's just griefing.
Well, there's an option for that. It's called griefing.
Yeah, and that would be
Hunter.
That would be somebody I would not keep in my lobby.
No.
If that would have to be happen.
Teaming isn't cool in any mode.
Nah.
Well said, guys. I think nobody's gonna disagree on this one. Okay, well, before we leave, guys, I will hit you with the second question I wanted you to prepare tonight. We will go one by one, but feel free to go still in debate mode. You can interrupt. I would like to know the one thing you guys would love to see removed from the game in its current state. So last week we talked about your favorite role in the game. Now I would like to know if there's one specific thing you would like that's in the game right now. You would like it to be just taken and thrown in the garbage. Take it away. Would anyone want to go first on this one? Olu, go ahead.
Freaking trank guns. I despise them with everything in me. Like, I get they're good. I understand they're, like, fun and stuff, but, like, nothing raises my blood sugar more than getting shot with a freaking trank gun while I have, like, 5 million HP and, like, I'm ready to kill the entire lobby, and then, boo, trank gun, and now the game's ruined because of a freaking stupid gun with only 3 bullets. Like, I just don't want it. Get rid of it, please. I will literally give you my entire paycheck to get rid of that gun.
It needs a counter.
The paycheck or the trank?
The trank. It needs a counter.
Trank.
Like if I use a stim after getting tranked and it got rid of the slow on it. Like, I still can't talk maybe, but it gets rid of the slow.
What frustrates me the most about a trank gun is personally my way to play the game. I play most with my words and not with the weapon. We talked about that last week. My weapon of choice in this game is my words. And when I get tranked and I cannot say anything, that frustrates me. And sometimes it just gets me really angry because you've been removed the ability to talk. And what's more frustrating than being shut up?
Yeah, there has to be a way to counter it in the first place. Either nerf it or remove it. I don't care. Can I show a clip here?
That's such an asparagus answer to trank guns. It's so
Or do I just send it to you?
What does that mean?
That's so on brand.
It's so unfair. We go ahead, Rayyat. What is your clip? Is it gonna play in the Discord?
I mean, if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, it's related to the game and it's TOS friendly, right?
It's related to Trankan.
Oh, go ahead.
It's a clip from my stream on Monday.
Awesome.
Oh, I hope I'm not in it.
What do we have here?
Now Trapit's gonna see what's happening to Trapit? The Trankan?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
This guy is not having a good time.
I would like to point out the Trapit was buffing up from the beginning of the game, and this is what happens to him just because of the Trankan. You just trank him and shoot him over and over. See how unfair this is.
Interestingly, I kind of agree with Impaluta though, that as a trader, you may need a tool like a trank gun when you've got a team of pro survivors with guns. It's a pretty handy tool when you're outgunned and you're probably not 4,000. Most people don't get to 4,000, but your 2,000 to 3,000 health doesn't really help you. The trank gun.
I think the trank gun doesn't need to be removed. It needs a countermeasure.
Yeah, I mean, I said either nerf it or remove it. It's not fair at this situation. I strongly dislike it. Like, you have people to slow people as well. So.
Yeah.
And one other thing I like to point out is when there's two defectors and they can just open 2 crates each, and when they find a trank gun there, they can just distribute it like candy. And survivors armed with trank guns is such a pain in the ass to deal as a wolf trader. It doesn't matter how buffed you are. You're gonna get shredded by the guns when you're tranked.
Well, you can just find them in bunkers too sometimes.
Yeah. I had a game in Deep Woods. I opened all the wolf bunkers I was trader, and there was 2 trank guns. 2 trank guns in 3 bunkers.
Khrai, what would you want to see removed from the game, and why?
I'll stay with the team and say I would remove Blackout to be put into the random map, like into the random map generator and everything, like I said earlier, because I feel like Blackout doesn't help itself to be a standalone. It's very unfortunate that it's a diamond in the rough. And there's very good things that are very interesting, and that could be like the peak of what people like from this game. And it's basically unavailable because it is mixed up with such like being alone from the rest of the game. So I would remove Blackout to actually add it to the random maps and kind of mix the role into the rest of the normal game, kind of.
So I feel like with this one, thinking of like, yes, this is still a game, and like though, all the devs are friendly and they're great, like they still, like, how would you produce money from incorporating Blackout into normal mode?
You would actually add DLC, like game pass of actual maps and new roles, or actually add let's say a season of like, oh, there's those new role that we try out. There you go. This is the tracker season. Here's the new role, the tracker. So you have a chance to have it like in the next 2 months or something like that, and then it goes out. It goes out of the rotation, and then you go like, oh, well, next season is the season of this soldier, so you have a chance to actually play a soldier and stuff like that. And then you can just go and add like, oh, well, there you go. There's this new weapon that you can actually make a season of, like, let's say the cauldron. Like you can actually boil your food outside, and it doesn't give as much as like cooking it inside a cabin, for example. Some stuff like that.
Peter would love you for saying that.
Cauldron, yeah.
I could boil my chicken in peace.
So would everyone in the game need to own the Game Pass per se, or like if you're in a lobby with no one else who owns it and you own it, you're like, shit, I have the DLC. I'm soldier, you know?
You can also prove yourself instantly,
Yeah.
removing
That's
all the
true.
deception aspect of it.
Like I feel like that would be
Yeah.
a fantastic idea, adding it into normal mode, but like thinking of it as like a little moneymaker, like I don't think it,
Okay, just to push back, Olu, the way I understood, the way you described it, correct me if I'm wrong, but I understood that you saw Blackout as the moneymaker, the way from the. But you also agreed that Blackout was kind of the inferior mode.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
why would we use the inferior mode as the moneymaker?
Because some people don't like at first I would not step foot in normal because like it was easier to play Blackout. So like of course I'm going to tell my friends get Blackout, like I persuaded a lot of people to get Blackout to play with me. But then like once you kind of get into the game and like you realize, damn, this is scuffed. You go back to the normal. They already got my money, so
Craig, go ahead.
Okay. Also, let's not forget also that most people that actually play video games are used to actually have, oh, here's the main game and here's the expansion pack, and people are used to be like, well, I need the game and the expansion pack to play with the most recent people. They're used to that. Like if you take games like, for example, Diablo 2, World of Warcraft, stuff like that, like you won't see barely anyone play the actual normal game. They'll play the actual game with the expansion pack. And because Blackout was like labeled as an expansion pack, well, people are like, oh, the moneymaker is the fact that you actually buy Blackout to make sure that you have the expansion pack to play with everyone. It is not really the case in Project Winter because most people play the normal mode instead of Blackout. But I feel like with some tweak and everything, I think Blackout being integrated into the normal mode kind of with depends of there's some stuff that are like transferable into the normal mode that would make it more enjoyable.
That made me laugh, cry. I just want to point this out to you. Silver Horse in the chat says, becoming about your ID, he said, "Don't worry, I'm a soldier. Here's my credit card receipt to prove it."
True.
Preston, what would you want to be removed from the game in its current state, and why?
I was trying to think long and hard, but I don't really think there's a specific item I would want removed. You know, even the trank dart, you know, it's powerful, but if they add something to counteract it or change something to counteract it, then I have no issues with any of the items, to be honest.
would you remove a roll?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Would you remove a
Alright.
map?
No, I think each map, even if they are like, I'm like, why? It's
Yeah.
I like them for the reason that they make it so it's not always like super survivor sided. You know, some maps are a bit more T sided, and I find that a bit more interesting to play through. And yeah, I don't think I would remove anything, to be honest.
I'll be controversial and say that I love Gondola.
I love it
It's one of
too.
my-
Thank
it's one
you.
of my- it's
Thank
one of my
you,
favorite.
Cry.
It's one of my favorite. The number of
It
people that
is.
I hear like, oh, let's reset this Gondola, or like, I don't like Gondola.
It's like, no,
Nah,
just
not
play
this map.
it.
I'm
Learn
just
how to
like,
play it.
I like
Yeah,
it.
just learn
That's
for it.
annoying.
Just
Don't
get the
leave your
red
team
roll
in
and you can
trouble.
win.
Yeah.
So how well?
I
Just
can
roll
win
well.
with the blue roll.
I
Just
can win
watch
as
me.
blue too.
Real deal. Is there anything you would like to see removed from the game, and why?
So for me, like it's not like a complete removal. And a lot of people probably wouldn't agree because they like to play more like PvP gunfights or whatever. But like guns need like a huge like debuff to them. Like maybe less damage or something. Because it kind of goes in line with the trank. Like that clip that Rayyat shared. He got like surrounded. He got tranked, surrounded by a bunch of people with guns, and boom, dead. Traitor that had been buffing since the start is no longer able to do anything. So I think the gun problem.
With the
The
power of
angle
one
on
trank, you
that.
can turn a wolf into a puppy.
Yep, exactly. That's what happened in the clip I showed.
Yeah, that's like my I don't wolf very often anymore because likely I'm just gonna get put
Because
down.
it's boring.
Well, I mean, I like to be deceptive, but like
Because
I'm
you
gonna
can
get
Boring.
put down. You
you
know.
can because you can fool anybody and oh my god, Teal.
Oh my God, horse shut.
Oh, Teal
Oh,
is
you've
the
been
master
shushed.
deceiver. Teal is the master deceiver. Oh, in the best way. It's the best.
Yeah. Yeah. I do stuff like that.
Oh wait, yeah, I should be quiet. Nobody knows you're good at lying. It's not like you stream it.
That's true. I stream it. People know how good I am at lying. That's why nobody ever trusts me.
I trust you anyway. I can't. How can you not?
I talk my way out of things very good. That's what I do.
It's true.
And that's the fun part of the game.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Ors, is there anything you would like to see removed from the game, thrown to garbage, and why?
I feel like I might be phoning mine in a little bit because I feel like it gets more in the neighborhood of bug fix or glitch, but there are some dead spots in the map where, especially on Gondola map, but where traders can rip stuff out of objective and throw it into the water in a spot where the ghost can't access it. I think it's also true on the deep woods. There's just these absolute dead zones where you can just take and toss and the parts are gone forever. I think you can even drag bodies in there and the corpses can disappear. I'd like to see that.
needs fixed. I had that happen once. I threw parts in there and I didn't know that nobody could get them afterwards. So I kind of felt bad because I like utilized a bug, I guess, that I didn't know was there.
Is it a bug? Because
I
usually
assume so.
water is supposed to be shallow, so how would you be able to know that there's part in? How would you be in the freezing cold? How would you go then swimming to get some parts coming
If you're
out?
desperate on time, I guess.
I
Go
don't
into
know.
the water for them.
There's
I
also
am
this.
not a fan of it personally. The ability to despawn things in the game, that even because you could, as a trader, have all of your hard work of, if you got trader crates, you can hide stuff where ghosts can't get at them. But if you can just take a part, chuck it somewhere where it instantly disappears, it doesn't take you any extra. You don't have to put in the extra work to go stick it in a box. Or I'm not a fan personally.
Just craft it. The best way to waste a part is not to hide it, but it's to waste it by crafting it.
Well, that's true.
You
It's
do
just
something else.
very often I'm thinking of, you are in a late game situation, fewer survivors, fewer traders left. Trader comes by, you got a part second. Let's say you're on Gondola map, something like that. It's the part second happens to be in the southwest down near the water somewhere, and they just pull it out of the thing. You're in a situation where every last little minute and second matters, and if the traders just permanently dispose of the parts, you're not going to have time to go back to the cabin and make more. There's no real play around for it in those. There are some situations where you can't reliably go get more parts, and the traders can just prevent you from finishing an objective outright.
Right, I think you was your thing you would like to remove. Was it also the train
It
gun?
was also train gun. It was also
Also
the
train
gun.
gun. Okay. I know we're a bit over schedule. Do you guys have time for another round of question? I don't want to hold you up. I said that was going to be 1 hour. I know especially Khrai, who came at the last minute here. Are you good for another question, guys, or is it?
We'll talk about Horsethief being last minute too.
True. Well,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah. Well, Horsethief. Yeah, true. Okay, but that's when I'm asking the question.
I'm completely free.
Yeah.
I could handle a question.
I could.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go ahead. There's a 2-part question. We've already addressed the first part last week, so I would not repeat it. Although it's mostly different people. But I would pizza. No, it's not pizza. Who's the question is from? I'll find out who asked the question. But they would like to know, what is your favorite map to play as a survivor?
As a survivor. Oh, that
Gondola.
used to be an easy answer.
Oh,
Wolf Tower map. That used to be the answer.
The
Yeah.
new one?
Yeah, before the hacker change, yeah.
Yeah.
Now
I like
now
the
it's
warmth
kinda-
cave.
I don't want that.
For me, it's Gondola. I like a challenge.
I do enjoy Gondola.
I don't know what it's called, but
I think the one with the ice walls.
mine is the one with the bridges that you can blow up.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
I
Oh,
one.
love
bridge
that
map.
Yeah, I
Bridge
forget what
map.
it's called. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just call it bridge map.
Bridge
Yeah,
one.
I love that one. That one's fun.
Rayyat, do you have a favorite map?
You said to play as Survivor.
Yeah, I mean, I see
As
the
Survivor,
Wolf
yeah.
Tower map. The Wolf
Well, I'm
Tower
gonna
map.
ask as Trader after.
The Wolf Tower map.
Wolf Tower. Okay, and if I switch it to favorite map to play as a trader.
Deep Woods, of course,
Gondola.
because you have 3 towers. You have the bear. Like you can get a lot of drinks in Deep Woods.
Deep Woods for me too.
Deep Woods. Yeah, yesterday I was
But
trader and
I will always go Wolf in Deep Woods.
I didn't wolf. I sheeped. Me and my trader partner, we just sheeped, and we wasted their time for 30 minutes. And I was the one who actually fixed first because I felt bad. I went and hacked open a bunker, got them parts, fixed it for them, and then I just went and saboed it in front of them. Yeah, they never got past first objective in 30 minutes, and it was all gold players, all very experienced players, all very good players.
Same.
For me, it's either bridge map or no, ice wall map or the wolf tower.
Either Wolf Tower or Deep Woods. Love those towers.
So the huge majority of you as a trader love Deep Woods.
Yeah.
I think Deep Woods leaves more opportunity. I don't feel like in the lobbies that I play in more regularly, I can totally sabotage and run the clock out. And as a trader, my favoriteest thing to do is running the clock out. In Deep Woods, I feel like I can run the clock out.
Yeah, I love running the clock out. I don't like killing people. I like running that clock out.
I don't like Deep Woods.
You don't like it as either roles?
Either role, I don't think it's a good map.
I've only
What
had
don't
like
you
2
like about
survivor
it?
wins on Deep Woods.
I have issues with Deep Woods when I'm a wolf. I'm not a wolf, a effing trader. Just in general, because I have issues with the animals on that map, regardless of what side I'm on. But when I'm a trader and it's just me and my partner, and I'm outed, I got no one to save me if I do go down by like a bear and 3 wolves attack me at once. There's just it causes some issues when you're trying to buff up.
It's
And
too
that's my
cluster for
personal
what it has.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Let's see, do I have one more question for you guys? The question, by the way, about the favorite map was from T-Trek. I forgot who it was from earlier, so T-Trek. Thank you so much for your question. I think there was one more question right here. This one we addressed. This one we addressed. This one we addressed. Let's go with this one. We have a bit of time. Are there any additional? Well, that could be a whole debate. Well, let's make it quickly, and we can make a whole debate out of it. Is there any additional roles you would like to see added to the game, or added back to the game? I would say.
Medic, if it has some tweaks.
I see you're slowly coming to the medic. I was gonna say.
It's
I've never
always
felt
about the
creative
medic,
enough.
right? It's always about the medic.
Disagree with medic.
I mean, I'm fine with the removal of soldier and scientist. I didn't like them.
I'm a scientist.
I
True
kinda
serum
like-
doesn't get utilized anymore very often,
Exactly.
and like it's hard to bring people back.
I mean,
Which
is
last
a
game
good
they
thing.
opened every game, and you're just like an innocent.
Like the new tweaks that they've done to True Serum, but bring scientists back.
I think I don't think
It
I
doesn't-
want medic or scientist back. Medic, the whole health, seeing their health bar and everything, that was quite strong. Either you could prove yourself to be the medic, or you just have an advantage in combat.
I mean, the metagaming again, like, oh,
Yeah.
tell how much health do I have?
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah,
bullshit.
50%. Oh yeah, you're a medic. It doesn't mean that you're a
fucking bullshit.
survivor or not, but it's just it proves that you're a medic and that you're gonna be more knowledgeable during a fight. And scientist, there's too many games I played where the scientist got killed off early, or the scientist was a traitor, and the revivee is always gonna be a traitor.
I mean, it's
So
fine as it
making
is, in my opinion. I
Yeah,
understand why they removed it.
Yeah, I completely understand why they removed scientist, and I understand why they removed medic. I don't think any of the roles that have been removed should come back, but I'm glad they're in custom to mess around with. It's fun.
So I was actually talking to a friend today who doesn't really play Project Winter. I think she's played like a couple times, but she brought this up to me. It kind of goes along with, I think one of our next discussions are going to be like cooking and stuff. But there's a role idea where it's called like the crafter or something, where it has a cooldown. Like you can craft like maybe like 1 or 2 things a game, and you can craft them outside the cabin. And this is a trader and survival rule. And you can, like, if you have 2 gun parts, sniper. But of course the cooldown would have to be heavy, because that would be OP.
I would see this more as an item rather than a role, to be honest. For example, like for cooking, you said like as a crafter, like for cooking, you put a cauldron as a weapon. It's like, oh, you cannot destroy herbs easily. You cannot destroy rock and wood easily, but you can actually be in the wild and actually like cook some stuff. Well, you could literally have a hammer that I can actually craft some minimal stuff. Let's say, for example, oh, you can craft some parts, like you can craft some radios, stuff like that, like to a minimal effect. Like it can be very advantageous without
Oh,
being
yeah.
like overpowered. Let's say, for
Well-
example, oh, you need to contact someone, people have yellow radios. Well, you would have to hammer, you take a brown, you take a green, you craft radio. There you go.
And if it's an item, it's not something you can out yourself right away as the role. But
Exactly.
let's make sure you make this a Game Pass pay the item.
Imagine if there was a role in the game that, let's say, every 4.5 minutes or so could go open a bunker all by themselves.
Oh, that is such a
Imagine.
good
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if there was
Yeah.
a role, and
I
then you
would
could
call
just-
this role the Horsethief.
and then you could just
no,
go
it doesn't
and
ring well. I think it
collect
should
some
be,
parts and bring them back. I miss Hacker. I miss it.
Hacker
I miss
is
it
in the
so
game
much.
still. What are you talking
I
about?
It
miss it.
takes like 10
Oh.
minutes, maybe.
It's not the same. No,
But
it
it's
needed.
interesting.
It needed
Yeah, you
to
have to
change,
be
but I
around
miss it.
somebody to actually charge it. Yeah.
Lock picker. Yeah. We should add it. It's a new role. Theatrics got it. Lock picker. It's a,
Oh, so it's
it's
not
a
a hacker
brand new
anymore.
concept. Yeah. You have to.
That
Yeah.
could be an item as well, though. Like you could craft it with like a.
No
like
more
a crap
hacker.
ton of-
Let's make a lockpick.
Yeah.
I like
Or
that
if-
because if you need to waste parts, you need to waste the precious parts you need for the station, and somebody's making lockpicks or is making cauldrons to make food, then everybody else, what are you doing? We need these for the station. Why are you wasting our parts? The same thing with the backpack. Every time we need brown parts, and I see everyone taking all the browns to make themselves a backpack instead of fixing station, then we run the clock. Survivor get their trader get their trader drop, and then everybody wonders why we're getting shot. Because they needed the precious backpack.
Yeah, I played a
Well,
game.
like-
I think I played that game with you. 5 people wanted a backpack all at once for some reason.
How many people bother to make rosaries? Those things are so expensive.
Never
They-
made one.
They
Never
do
made
work.
one.
I
No.
made some. They're pretty nice.
It's an
Made 'em
interesting
to-
concept. You
made
make
'em-
something
Well-
so expensive.
I did it once as a trader and showed my rosary like, look, I cannot be converted.
I have
Consider
seen
Huge
traders
deception.
do that in
me a
Blackout.
rosary.
Okay, guys, I think that's going to be it for tonight. That was a super interesting discussion. I would like to thank every one of you for coming in tonight. So, Hollushi, Horsethief, Khrai, Prestonman, RealDealTealSeal. I said your name correctly this time. Look at that. And Rayyat. Before you go, guys, I would like to give each and every one of you at least 1 or 2 minutes if you want to say closing words, just anything you want to say to the audience. Maybe you want to come back on the discussion. You want to bring a final word to the blackout discussion. I know we diverted it a little bit, but the last thing you want everyone to remember about your stance about blackout, and also very important, most of you, I would say, no, I think all of you are content creator. So please make sure you properly plug your content and tell people where they can find you, because all of you deserve it. And everyone in the chat, make sure you go and follow all these magnificent creators. They're so great. Although, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So my final words on the blackout discussion is if anyone is in chat and you are a blackout main, please bring justice back to blackout. Please stop. Oh, Horace, you just distracted me. Please stop the trolls, stop the teaming, and maybe I'll step foot in blackout once again. But you can find me on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram as Hollushi. I am trying to add more clips to TikTok, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe if I can actually get some good clips.
Same name?
Huh?
Same name on TikTok?
Hollushi everything.
Lucy.
And yeah, I mainly stream Project Winter. I'm doing a little bit of Project Zomboid right now. Yeah, come on. Come on.
By the way, I need to say, Olu, and I'm not spoiling everything, but Olu told me the other day that she asked to be off of work on Fridays, so now she can be part of the debate every time, which is so great. Big hearts for Hollushi.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Ors One?
I just, I want to thank you, Asparagus, and I want to thank all of my fellow debaters for making it so easy to win these debates week after week after week. I have yet to have a challenge in that regard. Your arguments are flimsy; they're very easy to poke holes in. Blackout, obviously, worth your time. You may not spend all of your time in there. You may move on like a Halu. You may, but. I just did such an easy win, just clapping these debate lobbies week after week after week has become just expectation of mine, a hobby, a habit, really. But
That's because I was on your side this time.
yeah,
the first time.
right, obviously. No, this is fun. I like being here. I like doing this. I also Khrai flexing on the lobby. I see you. Yeah, you'll see me in the cabin here and there. And you'll see me on Twitch at twitchtv.horsethief3 playing a lot of auto battlers these days at Storybook Brawl quite a bit. That's primarily where you'll find me. You can also, if you're into that sort of thing, find me on YouTube posting daily content, and that's my jam.
Thank you, Ors. Thank you so much for being here tonight. On such a last-minute notice.
You're welcome.
Same thing applies to Khrai. We had someone who sadly had a emergency and could not come here tonight. So Khrai and Preston and Ors decided to jump in at the last minute. So everyone, give them a few pot pies in the chat. And yes, you can do it close too. And Khrai, I would like to hear your final words. And in the end, where people can find you if they want to learn more about you.
Well, thank you for listening to us. Thank you for listening to what we had to say. Hopefully we sounded clearly and that it was a good debate to watch. You could have watched me on Twitch because I do not stream anymore, but
Rip.
on the channel Khrai. But you can also try to contact me either on Discord or either on Twitch or either in-game to actually push me to start streaming again because it's more of my lazy bum that I'm not streaming rather than actually not wanting to. So push me again and I could start streaming again.
Get off that butt. Get off
I'm
that
gonna harass
butt.
you.
Get off that butt. Wait, get on that butt
I
and
should.
stream.
You're going to get loads of messages, Khrai, just for that beard. People won't see you.
Khrai, Khrai.
Preston, any final words?
Blackout is worth it if you have a group of friends. And even if you don't, I feel like I hope that you get better people and you be a better person during games, so you don't ruin it for everyone. But no, I think it is absolutely a fantastic addition to the game, and you should. It's definitely worth it. And I don't do much YouTube. I do post videos every once in a while, but I'm not huge on it, nor am I doing Twitch anymore, really. But
Oh, you posted a
maybe one
video
day.
yesterday.
I did, but it was like a 3-month gap. I don't think that's a very good good posting schedule. But yeah. I hope you guys all have a good night.
What's your YouTube?
Prestonman.
I
Preston Man.
linked it in chat.
Oh, you did. Oh, there you go, Olu. Thank you, Olu. Olu number 1. That's what they said earlier. Real Deal. Teal Seal.
Hello, I am I'm RealDealTealSeal. I am the real deal, and you can catch. Whoa, what is that?
What is
Oh,
that?
that's me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Something happened. Don't worry about it. Anyways, you can catch me Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on Twitch. Oh, and I
Got distracted.
Blackout can be worth it, but most of the time it is not. Like 9 times out of 10, because of the people in there throwing, it is not worth it to me.
It's worth
I
it
hope you
if
guys
it's
all have
done the right way.
Good night. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Your presence was mostly appreciated. Sadly, Real Deal was supposed to be here last week, and well, life happened, and you're
I'm
not
so
feeling
sick.
so well. You feel better
I
this
feel
week?
better.
I do.
We
it was
all
actually
hope
like
you feel better.
yeah. Thank you. I'm still a bit sick, but I'm much better.
Well, you don't sound sick.
Yeah, I lost my voice completely.
Ooh.
It was bad.
Well,
But then
good thing it's back.
How do you complain out loud if you lost your voice? I don't know.
I couldn't.
That's not a life I want to live. I like to complain.
Rayyat, you have any last words?
First of all, I would like to say thank you for inviting me, Asparagus.
My pleasure.
And thank you everyone for being here for the time. It was fun, despite we lost the Horsethief again. I mean, I stream 3 days a week in Twitch. Project Winter is one of my main games. The other one being Town of Salem, which is another social deception game.
Oh,
You can find me live on Fridays, Mondays, and Sundays. I'll be streaming after like 10 hours. It's early morning for me. In this evening, I'll be streaming. So if you want to see me live, twitch.tv/Rayyat. That's it for me.
awesome. Thank you. And just while we're here, I'll just do myself a little plug as well. Of course, I'm Asparagus Daiquiri. I am a French-Canadian streamer. I started streaming this month, early December, so I'm the baby streamer right here. But tomorrow, oh, it looks like we have Keanu Reeves over here. Go back to the Matrix, Ors. Tomorrow there will be another special event on my channel. We will be doing a end of year stream. It will be we're going to be very suspicious. We're going to play Among Us with Fudd and the Decepticon, and most likely Pizza's going to join us. So if you want to see some Among Us, a blast from the past, when we're about to enter the future year, feel free to follow me and be there tomorrow. Everyone, thank you so much. I'd like a big round of applause for all the debaters. That was awesome. That was an incredible time. We will be back next week, same time at 9 PST. We will have another PodPie Pulse debate. I'm wondering about 2 topics. We might be talking about, should we bring the medic back, or should we be allowed to cook food on a campfire? So if you guys enjoyed the debate, make sure you come in, and for sure go give these streamers a bit of love.